Hey everyone, my name is James, and in today's video we're taking a look at a brand new spoiler for the upcoming Terraria update version 1.3.6. Now, before we jump straight into it, a little bit of history here. This is in fact the very first spoiler of 2019, and it's great because it actually outlines a clear direction for where this update wants to go, which is kind of important. For a little while now, I've been kind of unclear what this update's really about. You know, when we had 1.3.1, we knew it was about wiring. We knew that 1.3.3 was about the desert, for example. So what's this one about? Well, it was actually outlined in a recent blog post. So this update has one core focus, and that is taking a look at everything in the game from top to bottom and giving some elements that they think needs it a little bit of love. Does that make sense? So the spoiler we're looking at today is actually a brand new bomb, and this bomb actually comes from the desert biome, so this is the first little area that they want to hit up. So what you're looking at now is a scarab bomb, and apparently it descends from the ancient beetles of legend, and they actually help when making long tunnels or long shafts, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will probably call this the elevator bomb, because what you can actually do is you can throw this thing at your feet, and it will dig down by about 7 blocks and about 3 wide. And for comparison there, a normal bomb is about 5 blocks by 5 blocks. A piece of dynamite is about 7 by 7. So this is very unique. It's going to allow you to mine through your world, but it won't look as ugly because it won't be as wide. And I think that's a step in the right direction. It's unclear exactly how you will get these, but they do pop up in the desert. I don't know if you actually have to craft them or you just find them here. Either way, I think they look great. What's going to be interesting here is how intuitive they are to throw. With most bombs in Terraria, you just slap one down, but with this one, you actually have to make sure that the angle is correct. Otherwise, you could end up with a few holes that you don't actually want in your world. So if you've been a fan of these news videos for a while, you may remember a Terraria 1.3.6 spoiler from last year, which featured a character walking backwards and forwards with these items floating in the air. Now, at the time, I and everybody else had no idea what this was, and for every reason I gave, it got shot down. So apparently, according to some tweets last night, Senex actually revealed that no one came close to knowing what it was, and that apparently it now looks way different. So I imagine that was what was throwing us off back then, because it didn't look how it was intended to look. Now, apparently the player will start to notice this new mechanic around the time of the dungeon, so whether this is part of a new item pickup in the dungeon or it's just something to do with the world, I have no idea, but I'm very excited to find out. So moving on to console news, they announced today that they're working on Terraria 1.3.1 and porting that over to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I don't know if this is the update they want to launch with on the Nintendo Switch, but considering they're already doing it for next-gen consoles, I would be surprised if we didn't get this edition too on the Nintendo Switch. They also showed off a new hotbar system that will circle around the player, which should make it a little bit easier to select the item that you actually want. Now, this is a system that's actually being used in the console port of Starbound. It's very similar, in fact, but I don't know if Starbound is ever coming out on console. We haven't heard about that in about a year. Now, we all know that waiting for an update can kind of suck, but I have something that you guys are going to love that launches on Saturday. So the people behind Super Terraria World, which is one of my very favorite mods, are actually releasing their very first beta to the public. So what this is kind of like a Terraria adventure map, but it's always online. It's an MMO. You level up your character, you go on quests, you can have all that social aspect of it all by joining your friends and doing these quests together. It's just going to be awesome, so I would love for you to go and check out the forum page. It's going to come out on Saturday, and apparently the beta is going to run until the very full release of this mod. Now, I'm not affiliated with the people that make this mod, but they've been doing it out of the goodness of their hearts for a couple of years now, and they make no money on it. What would be awesome is that if you enjoy the beta on Saturday, you maybe consider checking out their Patreon, because with a little bit of money each month, they can keep the servers running, and you'll also get some benefits. So maybe check that out. I'll leave a link to it down below. So that's about it for today's Terraria news video. It's great to be back, and in case you missed it, I did a complete series over on Chippy's couch, speedrunning through the game as fast as I can using the Lunatic mod. So if you missed that series, I have a 4-hour playlist you can check out at the end of today's video. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.